Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls, coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a really fun card using some stencil techniques and some watercolor and die cutting and then a little pop-up. So I'm going to turn it this way to see. So it opens up and you've got this nice little pop-up scene in there. Looks like that from the side. This is from the Crafter's Companion Flamazing Flamingos. Folds flat for mailing, but so much fun. Let me show you how it's made. So I'm going to start by making my background pieces, and I've got a bunch of watercolor card and in various sizes, and I'm going to start by just giving each of these pieces a little bit of a background wash. And what I've got some aqua pens, aqua markers in bud green, meadow, and leaf green. And I'm just going to scribble some of the color on my glass mat in each of the colors. And this is just water, and I'm just going to get them wet, and I'm going to spritz my cards, pieces of card. And then I've just got a wide paintbrush with a little bit of water on it, and I'm just going to make sure my card is wet. And I'm going to kind of try and do all of them at once. It's easier to do one at a time so they don't dry out, but I'm going to start with my light color, and I'm just literally scribbling, kind of getting some color down. And if you need more color, do not draw into the water because you'll ruin your pens. So I'm going to draw just above it, or I can pull it down into the water, but okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to get my paintbrush wet and kind of go over the spots that are still a little bit white, just so I can get that color moving again and cover up the white. I'll set this one to one side because I'm going to stamp on that one for my sentiment. These, I'm going to use my stencil, and then I'm going to use Harmony Water Reactive, the Grasshopper ink. This large stencil came from Michelle McCarthy Crafts in her Jungle collection. It's a great big 12 by 12 stencil, so it works perfectly. It does have a large pattern, so if you're doing a small card, not necessarily the best, but for this kind of stuff, it's perfect. And I did one additional. This one's 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So that's for the front of my card, and these are for the inside. I'm going to set those to the side and let them dry while I'm working on the inside of my card. So for the inside of my card, so the outside of my box, it's 4 7/8 inches wide, and it's 8.5 inches long, and I scored at 1/2, 2, and then 7.5. And so this is going to go on the bottom of my card. So my card base, let me grab my card base. So it's a 5 by 7 top fold card. And this is going to go on the bottom of my card. This is going to wrap around and go on the top like that. Okay. And I didn't want to waste the paper, so I didn't cut it all the way back, but I'll measure. It'll be fine. Let me show you what I mean. So this is the front of my little pop-out box. Now I need to cut a rectangle in there. I can cut it with my paper trimmer, but I like the looks of the cut with a die. I do not have a die that size, so I have rectangular nesting dies. So I'm going to show you a little trick. So we're going to put this on. And I'm going to get it to one side where I want it. So I want it about there. Okay, it looks straight. Let me run that through. Now, I'm going to pull that out, leave my card on there, and I'm just going to slide my die over and cut it again, even on the top and bottom, and just, that will cut that last slice out. And you can see, now I've got my aperture cut, and it just looks nicely finished all the way across. It looks much nicer. I think it looks much nicer than cutting with my paper trimmer. So, reinforce those score lines. And see, look how good that looks, even though I didn't have a nesting die that size. So I'm going to set that to one side. Now I'm going to cut my inside layers. So this card is about 4 7/8, or about 4 7/8 by 6, and I scored it 1/2 inch on each side. And then these dies are from Crafter's Companion, and it's this die set, Tropical Scene. And they come like this, where they're split. And so for the back layer, it's got two different layers, you can see. So for the back layer, I'm going to use this one with the kind of palm trees. I'm going to put that on. And just kind of get it where you want it. I get one side where I want it. And line the other side up even. And try to make these even. So it's easy to get them to line up. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then all you do is you take your craft knife and connect those lines. And it doesn't actually matter that much because it's not really going to show. But you want to try to be as neat as you can. Pop that out. And now I've got my background layer. And then when my scene goes together, see, that's going to go back here. Like that. And then the other one looks like this. And I already did that one the same way, but in this bright green. Okay, so that's the back of my scene. This is going to sit on top of that, like that, inside of my little box. So in this die set, you've also got a die and then a stencil to cut your flamingo and then stencil it, and same with some flowers, some hibiscus flowers. So I went ahead and cut and stenciled my flamingo and some little flowers. They look supposed to be hibiscus, and I'm going to use those on the inside of my card as well. I also cut and inked the hibiscus layering die set from Altenew. So I've got 2 of those and some leaves like that. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment on here. So I've got a stamp set. This is from the Crafter's Companion, Crafter's Inspiration magazine that kind of had that Flamazing Flamingos kind of stuff in there. And let's see. I think I'm going to use the Have a Lovely Day. Okay, now on the front of my card, I told you I did a 5x7 panel. I have a green mat for my sentiment. And then I did 5x7 dark green mats for the front and inside of my card. And this is going to go right in the center on the front of my card, but I am going to raise it up on some foam pads. And I'm going to put my hibiscus flowers that I made on the front, but I'm going to wait till I do the inside because I don't want to, it's easier to do if you don't have the dimension on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and put my green card down, and then I'm going to put my box out, and then this card's going to go on here, and that part's going to be covered up by the box anyway. So I was just using scraps of my watercolor card, so that's why. So let's go ahead and do this. Now for the top, I'm just going to use this piece of green at the top because this background's going to go on there, right here. And I've got some green strips that I'm just going to put on the edge to kind of piece out that, or piece that in. So this is going to go on here. And I'm just using up my scraps. This is a good way to use your scraps when you're matting and layering, and especially when things aren't going to show anyway. There's no point in putting a huge 5x7 piece of green card in there when it's not going to be visible. Okay, so this is the top, and this is going to go on the back of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and get my layers connected at the top, and then I'll do the back at the same time. So I'm going to put this layer right up against that fold line, just like that. And then I'll put the next layer right there. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Hopefully it will make sense. So this is my back layer, so it goes up against the fold line as opposed to up against the front frame. Okay, now we're going to fold that down. Okay, now this one, make sure you get them, so this is the top. So this is the top of that frame. So it's going to go this way. I take it back this way. Like that. Okay. Now this whole thing is going to go inside my card. I'll try to do this so you can see it, because this one's going to go right up against the back of that, like that. So let me go ahead and glue that. And get it right up against there. And before you get it too hard, make sure that it's going to go flat. So basically, you want all of this to go flat, like so. Okay. Now, all of this needs to go onto here, right up against that edge. So, and like I said, if this was 1.5 inches, then that would glue together, but it's not, so we're going to do it this way. Okay. Let's get this all lined up against that edge. That. make sure it's straight. And it should fit just within that 7-inch card. And then I'm going to put glue just on this 1/2-inch tab. Close my card. And now when you open, you get that nice seam. Now, what I did forget to do is I forgot to put my background in, so I'm going to have to slide that in, but it'll go in just like that. Okay, now while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and decorate the front of my card, and then I'll open it up and decorate the inside. So honestly, you could probably leave it just like that. I mean, that's actually very pretty. I do have these hibiscus. I can never remember the name of those things. I do have my hibiscus flowers that I was going to put on there, and I think I will. And I've got a couple of leaves to go with them. There's the front of my card. Now when I open it up, I've got that beautiful scene on the inside. Now I'm going to decorate my scene. So I've got my flamingo, I've got a bunch of foliage, and I've got my little flowers. So my flamingo is going to go kind of on this inside layer. So I just layered him up with 3 layers of white cardstock and then the pink on top, and now he's nice and sturdy. Now I can lay him in there. I can glue him in there down here on that second layer. And then I just have to, I'm going to put some flowers on, and these flowers actually layer over the top of these green right here. I don't know if you can see that, but these are outlines of these flowers. And I think I'm done. So I added some flowers to the back side of the front and into there, just around that bottom. Now, if you wanted to put something else on the top, you could. I'm not going to. It folds flat. Looks like that with my nice watercoloring and stenciling. And then when it opens up, you got that beautiful scene on the inside. Now you can put a white signature block or something right here. You could put an additional sentiment up there. You could add a watercolor strip, or I might add some of this foliage up there. I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it. But love how that looks. It looks like that from the side. Stands up like that. So you can see that. Isn't that cool? Well, thanks for watching.